we're done with this trilogy. Welcome back to the Star Wars expanded universe. Expanding the universe of Star Wars by putting multiple stories, going beyond the realm of the films, hence expanded. Now redubbed by Disney or current Lucasfilm, whichever way you twist it. Legends. So we have Planet of Twilight. Yes? She's very talkative today. You want to come up here? You want to say hi? Yeah? No? Well, anyway, we have Planet of Twilight, written by Barbara Hamley, like the same person who wrote, oh, there you go, like the person who wrote Children of the Jedi. Kevin J. Anderson wrote Darksaber, but, yeah. I have to say, I'm finding a hard time trying to figure out what I'm actually going to tell you this book is about without getting into spoilers. Rest assured, it's the worst one of the trilogy. I enjoyed Children of the Jedi and Darksaber significantly more. So, how do I even... Leia decides to go and do a diplomatic mission off the grid, because she doesn't really tell many people about it for some reason, and she gets kidnapped by this dude. I forget his name because they were kind of forgettable. The only thing that was memorable is that there's this hut. There's another hut, and we'll get to him later in the spoiler section. Luke is also on the planet. There are these bugs that suck like life force or something like that. They're like vampires. Han's doing something. Yeah, he's doing something. And oh, and there's this guy that's like amalgamation of the bugs called Dism. He was pretty cool. And there are these sentient crystals that are alive. Crazy, I know. Dalla's there. Dalla's there, but she's not a bad guy this time. But we'll get to that in the spoilers. And Luke and Callista break up because they need to. Because Mara Jade. I really don't know how to describe this to you. Go find a summary somewhere. If you seem interested at all, then go check it out. Though I think you would suffice by either watching a review of this book or by looking up a synopsis of the plot, but not actually reading it yourself and wasting your time. Although there are some redeeming qualities, which we'll get to in spoilers. But I'm going to give this one a pass. All you need to know, if you skip this, is that Leia gets some good character development where she actually gets to do Jedi things for once. And Luke Blake isn't with Callista by the end of it. That's the main gist. Anyway, spoiler time. So Callista just happens to be on the same planet that Leia's going to. Lucky her. There was actually a really cool part early on where Leia gets a vision of her children older, and Jaina and Jason and Anakin, they're like, thank you for giving us this power so we could use it for bad or something like that. But it was really cool. And then you see like Bail Organa's like dead body, like mutilated body. Like I was like, whoa. And it's like, it's okay, Mom. He wasn't really your dad anyway, or something like that. And it was a crazy scene, but that was actually pretty good, so it wasn't too bad. A Jedi hut. You heard me correctly. there's a Force-sensitive Hutt who can also use a lightsaber. I know. Now, that's either going to turn you off right away, you're either going to go, that sounds silly and ridiculous, I don't care about this book. Or you're like, that's freaking awesome. I still don't care about the book, but I'm in that's freaking awesome category. Seti Ashgod, or I don't know how to say the name, but he was the person that Leia was supposed to meet up with, and then, shenanigans. But he's super old, and he used to be one of Palpatine's like old political rivals, though we never heard about them in the prequels. But yeah. Space vampires. Drooks. Insects that feed on power, but they're weak to darkness. But luckily, the planet's in such a way that it's like a constant twilight. Hence, the planet of Twilight. I don't know why. We just have basically space vampires. I know Barbara Hamley was writing a lot of vampire fiction at the time, so maybe that's why. But it's there. Admiral Dala is back. She's not bad anymore. She apparently gave up after the last book. She's just done. She doesn't care anymore. Which is a little anticlimactic, because I knew she gave up her reign as like main commander, but I thought she was going to follow under Captain Pelion. Or, I guess, Admiral Pelion or whatever, but I guess not anymore. Did I already mention sentient crystals? Sorry, trying to get past that. No, this was a really cool part of the book, though. Leia has a lightsaber fight with a Hutt. Alright? So, this has multiple layers, because, hear me out. Yes, the blatantly cool thing is that we get to see a Jedi, or Jedi trainee, versus a Hutt that's wielding a lightsaber and is really good with it. Alright, but this is also like one of the few times where we get to see Leia actually step up to the mantle of her father and her brother and actually wield a lightsaber. Because we hear like very briefly like Luke's been training her, helping her with the whole that. Because, being a politician and being a Jedi is kind of hard to do both. And I don't think we get too many moments of that in the entire expanded universe. I think there's only a handful of times where we'll actually see her do stuff with the Force. So that was really cool. It was really, really cool to see her step up and do that. Dism, which is like an amalgamation of like all the bugs on the planet that speaks or something. He's pretty creepy. I have nothing else to say other than spook crystals. Let me say that again. Spook crystals. I'm not making that up. Spook crystals. Alright. Lastly, Castella, fudge, what is it? Callista, sorry. Breaks it off with Luke. Mainly just so we can have Mara Jade later on. That's really the only reason why. I just can't be with you, Luke. Because you gotta go bone Mara Jade. Duh. No real good explanation for why, though. Now, I prefer Mara. From what I've seen of her so far, I think that'd be a better match. But, still. Just came out of nowhere. To me. But yeah. That's about it. I have to admit. I'm going to look forward to the big change of pace that the Junior Jedi Knight series, the Young Jedi Knight, and New Jedi Order will bring. Because I am enjoying these books for the most part. Some of them are trash. This one's leaning toward trash. But overall, this one didn't actually have to deal with, like, the Empire or anything, so that's good. But it is kind of like, can the Empire just be done with already? Can we move on to newer things? Which we will. We still have a bit to go, though. We have the Black Fleet Trilogy, New Rebellion, and the Black Fleet Crisis, then the Thrawn Duology, Survivor's Quest, and then finally we'll move on from this era of Star Wars. So I hope you'll join me on this continuing journey. I'm still enjoying it. I'd even say this book, as much as I'd probably dislike it, I'd still read it again over the new trilogy. So take that for what you will. Crystal Star, I'm skipping it, so don't ask me to do it. I will fully admit that the sequels are probably better than that book. But, yeah. That's about it. If you enjoyed this video, give a thumbs up. Sure helps a ton. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.